Hello and welcome all beings, both gentle and non. I am the Phelan, and I will be... I will be? Thank you for joining my channel. You'd be watching this channel, whatever I was called, if you're here anyway. So, welcome all, I'm the Phelan. This is my channel. We're continuing on our journey through the realms of Middle-earth on Lord of the Rings Online. And hopefully today we will start with chapter 1 as Aragorn is waiting for us inside the prancing pony. I do not know who that is. So before we go in fact, we will open up our free silver gift. Today being a massive pile of silver scrap worth 2 gold and 50 virtue experience. So that's a nice good one there. Now the silver scraps, we will have to wait to try out because we need to sell those. So we will be trying those out when we next go to someone who can sell. Next go to someone who we can sell stuff to, which should be just inside the prancing pony in a second. As we go inside, wait for everybody to load. We will come over here and browse the shop to sell our stuff that we don't need, like these trousers of the Underhills, the fated dagger that we do not need anymore, the Rowan club, and the massive pile of silver scraps. So out of all of those, in between our streams, I have also transferred over this universal toolkit, as the only way to get better toolkits in the game is to buy it from other people. So as I already had this one, I figured I would transfer it over and get a much better one. This is amazingly good. It's not the best one that you can make, obviously, because this one was bought with LOTRO points a couple of years ago. But while an armsman could craft something much better than this, this is very good for the stuff that I have at the moment. Well, there's a minstrel trainer. Eventually we'll be able to train some minstrel skills, or at least get a quest from them at some point. These are all the skills that we'll get along the way. Various bits and pieces. Even allows me to teach other people how to play some items. Some instruments, which is pretty nice. Now, does anybody remember where in here the... Nope, that's not him. Somewhere around on the other side of this door. Maybe I'm being blind. Ah, there it is. To the side. I was being blind. Why did you look at that? Somewhere around here there is Aragorn's room. That is the exit. That's the outside. In this nice little maze of rooms that we have hidden around in here. Ah, here we go. Yep, Strider. Book 1, Chapter 1. Move against the camp where Amdir and the Dwarf Lord have gone into hiding. This is a level 15 quest. We are 1 level below it, so we are going to give it a good shot. We may not succeed, in which case we'll have to come out and do a few more quests to level up.
Strider and the Rangers pursue their fallen brother Amdir to the...
I will just increase the brightness just slightly. There we go.
There is evil afoot.
Can you feel the chill in the air? We should split our strength. So Lenglin and Strider will be going in one direction, And myself and Torthan will be searching for Amdir. Now, which way are we going? Do we go with straight up? I'm very confused. Ah, here we go. Quest has changed. That took a moment there. As they ran off. Defend Torthan. Great, it is an escort quest. Of course it is. Oh, I've got a new deed. It's Brigand Slayer in Bree. Or rather, Breeland. A new deed, the ruins of Breeland. And finding this place, we have found a ruin. Right, where is Torthan going? Probably over here. Yep, let's continue onwards. Let's go after this hiding cutthroat. Fighting off an enforcer and a fighter. We are almost level 15. There we go, a little bit of freezing there. Oh, that was a good shot. Let's take this guard as well. And the supply cache. A load of some useful stuff in there. And then we'll go this way to discover what is causing the brigands' fear.
Silently now, darkness approaches.
And more brigands. Oh, I was only level 10. I wonder I defeated it so easily. Now, as minstrels go, you quickly rise up to start with, but then things change rather quickly. Well, this doesn't sound particularly good, does it? Uh-oh. Blackwalled informant appears to have been looking for me. They used my name. Skorgrim. Ah. I don't think I can defeat Skorgrim. Oh, there is a barrow right. Okay, let's kill the... Oh, I'm now level 15. I may now purchase a house if I wish. I'm a little busy at the moment. I don't think I have quite enough time to buy a house right now. New deed, Lord of the Cardalan Prince. Law? What? That's a new deed. Deed completed, level 15. Okay, I got to level 15. Deed bestowed. Law of the Cardalan Prince. Collect journal pieces. That's new. I honestly don't don't remember that one at all, and I haven't got any.
Stay a moment.
So we will continue. Oh, I got new mail. Okay. We continue rising up the stairs of Ostbaranor. Probably not the safest of places to be. Nope. Very much not. That's not great, is it? And there is now a cargo. We are too late. Well, at least Jürgen was fairly easy to defeat. But somehow I don't think Amdir... Amdir's not too bad. Could definitely be worse. There we go.
It's a sorry day.
Amdir is gone.
It's a sorry day.
Here we go again.
Cross the Eisen and are heading for the Shire.
The hobbits must be quick-footed enough to escape the wrath of the Nine. And we can only hope that Frodo slips through the traps of the enemy.
And we are back in Strider's room yet again.
Alas, Frondir.
Troubles that the Nazgul have crossed the river and moved into Breeland at this time. Events which could determine the fate of Middle-earth. Now, which one of these is better? Probably none of them once we get the next level of crafting up. So that's probably something we should consider doing. So we will take the Cloak of Cardolan for now. Talk to Constable Underhill in Combe. There we go, and we got another one.
What road did you take, Frodo? The ring wraiths ride openly in the Shire, but there are places which are even more terrible and dangerous. If you choose the path I fell, search for the light in the darkness.
Where are we? Oh, we've managed to transport ourselves directly to Combe. That's interesting. Okay, was there someone we need to speak to in Combe? Buckland, north of Breetown, west of Breetown. So our next one here is to talk to Constable Underhill, which is probably one of these people. Constable Sageford. Constable Underhill is over here. Up there.
A lovely day, isn't it?
There we go. Investigate Skunkwood's old hideout.
Might I have a word with you?
So travel with me to Skunkwood's old hideout, south of the guardhouse at the northeast of Staddle Ponds, near Staddle Falls. Okay.
Good day.
Oh, it's another travel quest. So we are currently... Alright, we're over here in Combe. We were in Bree. And I believe it might be best to go all the way back over here to Buckland and travel a bit through the Old Forest, and I can show you some of the journey through the Old Forest and Tom Bombadil. Because everybody knows Tom Bombadil is amazing.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Let's have a look at the next one.
Amdir's defeat shattered the battle
So we have more mystery to do. Let's speak to Underhill again. Quiet as a tomb. Let's yet again another escort quest. This is why we generally split up the main quests as we travel through the world, because otherwise escort quests get very irritating very quickly. Here we go. Lots of Nika breakers, which are sort of like underground insects, spider things. They're essentially pretty horrifying. Yep. Little bit of lag in there from the sheer amount of people on this server. Oh, this doesn't look particularly great, does it? This must be a feed hall of some sort. Oh, of course some Nika breakers just appear when the constable turns up. I was really hoping we could do the traditional... Yes, coming here may not have been such a good idea. You may be correct in that. Oh. Appears to be Dowerhand sentries. That's not particularly good. Blackwold leader and a Dowerhand sentry. So we've got a cave through there. We've got... Oh, that's just a little bit of a cliff. Dowerhand wishing to... the Blackholds to swear fealty. And everyone else going, maybe this isn't a great idea. Oh, I've protected Constable Underhill. Here's the Blackwold leader. Where on earth are you going? That's a very bad idea. First it was Jürgen saying that if we placed Angmar we'd be made rich. Angmar didn't like the prospect of them leaving. The Blackwold's at an end. Oh, there goes the Blackwold leader. We need to speak to Constable Underhill, who ran in this direction. Oh, there's a rat over there. I don't know why there's a rat. I'm going to kill it. Just in case there's a secret there. It didn't appear to be. Some dead Blackbolds. No idea how he escaped. Okay. A dwarf escaped in a cave. Who would have believed it?
The rangers which once guarded the borders of the Shire have been scattered or slain. Frodo has left the Shire. Great perils await him in Bree. I am too late. Someone must find him before the Nazgûl.
Nazgûl stabbing an empty bed. Where are we? Comb and Wattle Inn. Okay. We'll pick up the resilient trousers.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Talk to Strider back in the Prancing Pony. Oh, and we're right back here again, outside the Prancing Pony. Would you believe that? Let's find our way back in again. Anything interesting have we picked up? Nope. Where was this? It's not like it's a difficult route to remember, but every time I forget where it is.
We must move quickly.
Nazgul who saw with Amdir attacked the pony.
I need your aid.
Travel west and speak to Lenglin in Buckland to watch over a particular hobbit, but it seems that Mr. Underhill and his friends decided to take a different path and are now here under my protection. Still, Lenglin may know the whereabouts of the remaining Nazgul. Okay, back over to Buckland it is. Let's find our exit. Oh, I managed to miss the door. There we go. Do I have enough tokens of heroism for the next to do the next quest? No, I do not.
How can I be of service?
I have enough for some of these, but however, I do not know how much of these are actually useful. They mostly just grant me emotes, which aren't the most useful of things in the world. Epic roar. Epic lecture. I think I can just give an epic lecture at that point. Epic coin flip and epic hero pose. Whereas these ones, potions of morale, may actually be useful. 10% of max morale, 10% of max power, which could be very much useful. Doubles drop rate for tokens of heroism. That's interesting, isn't it? Now, I'm still not high enough in reputation with them to buy those. So we need to find the... do we have any other quests for inside Bree? I don't think we do. Those are all back in the Shire. That's back in Mickle Delving. So right now, our next thing is to go back over to Buckland. Oh, what was that? Reduced awareness. Oh, because there's so many people around. And we did say earlier that we got a mail. I wonder what we got in the mail. And we brought to level 15. Here you go. Gift for a homeowner. Chose to find a hearth and home. You will find a little something for your walls. That's interesting. We'll leave that for there for now. Bert Ninetails. Pressing matters. Travelling yields wonderful tales, and I'm certain you have many. Why not return to me and help each other work on our arts? A trainer in Bree. So this is for minstrel training. Who I believe is down here somewhere. And just double check that. Oh, he's apparently in. Oh yes, we saw him inside the prancing pony earlier, didn't we? So somewhere in here there's the Bard of Bree over there. Ah, there is our minstrel trainer. We have a pressing matter.
What can I do for you? Stay a moment.
A song for the company, that leads us to. Level 15 minstrel quest. Which gives us quite a bit better weapon, actually. Confidence and memory improve. Both are important for a minstrel. Well-known minstrel Piper Prescott is often here in the Prancing Pony and is sure to have some advice for you. I believe we will do this one. There you go. Use an item. Okay. talk to Piper. We'll do this one before going over to Buckland, because this will help us out quite a bit, and it shows a little bit more of the minstrel working piece. Oh, quiet, calm. Okay, so some of the stuff that's going on in the epic battles way over towards Mordor has given us some extra experience. So we are here, we need to help Leyland Underhill to at the west gate of Bree Town. So we're going to do some good deeds. Yep, when we're level 30 we can scribe. Right now all we have is a basic loot, which isn't particularly useful. There's also a barber over there as well, which you can use to change your hairstyle. So we are going towards the west gate, and we have a horse. I should probably use that. Every time I click this button here, that's literally just tracking where there is some wood that we can, wooden branches we can take apart for pieces. So somewhere outside here, there is a person. There it is, Leyland Underhill. Solo quest cannot be completed with a fellowship because this is a minstrel quest. There we go. We need to go and do another escort quest.
The minstrel Piper Prescott has recruited young blood to aid the hobbit Leland Underhill retrieve some goods stolen from him by the brigands encamped throughout Breland.
Yep.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Yep, we are going to come up with a song while guarding these people. Oh, I'm giving up. What are you giving up? This is done on purpose, isn't it? I mean, come on. That's not how it works. So it appears that they know this person. That's interesting. And they are just saying, I give up. Can't believe beaten by a hobbit. And he's just going to eat it there. So apparently this song is about feeding some thieves. Okay, interesting. Let's go back up to talk with Piper Prescott again. Hopefully we don't need to pay this Piper. Although considering the stories about the Piper of Hamelin, I would advise people to always pay their Piper. Otherwise, they may take away all the children. If you don't like children, then they'll probably just... One of the other stories, but they brought back all the rats that started eating everything, so... if you don't like children and you like rats, yeah, I can't help you there then. So we are meant to talk to Piper again.
What can I do for you?
Stole Leyland Underhill's lunch. Oh, I mean, no offence. I believe this is... Because I'm a hobbit, it may have changed. They've actually managed to put in names now. They didn't used to be. Didn't used to put in names. Onto a table and sing the tale of Leyland's lunch. That's why I'm now singing a tale, although for some reason nobody can hear it. Apparently people loved it.
Greetings, friend.
There we go. We got a title, and we got a very nice one-handed club. It gives extra will, extra vitality, and a 10.1 DPS. Now, of course, that's mainly useful for the will and vitality, because we don't really have anything particularly useful there. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there we go. Class Deeds Tier 3, 1 of 3. Complete Unrelenting and Light in the Dark, and we have completed the quest, A Song for the Company. Now, we have Unrelenting here, that's critical hits with Piercing Cry. We're doing quite good at that one. And Light in the Dark, use Minor Ballad. We are not doing particularly well with that one, 180 out of 1,000. So. But we have completed that quest from our trainer. Now, while training minstrel stills, there's nothing we can train on.
How can I be of service?
We cannot yet use these. Minimum level 39 for those. Requires journeyman cooks to make loot strings. They give bonus things specifically for me. Specifically for minstrels. Sheet music, which is just for scholars, gives a bonus to inductions and things such as that, which is the amount of time it takes for something to start. These will become class deeds that we can start off with when we get to level 39 anyway, and gains us some bonus things when we complete them. They are specific for each class as well. Yep, outside. Ooh. Reduced awareness again because there's a lot of people in the area. And now we go back down here again because we need to go down to Buckland. Now I don't think actually jumping helps in any form, but it feels like it does, so I do it anyway. Plus also it feels cool to jump down when you're quite high in the sky. High in the sky? High in the air? Well, really in the sky, are we? You know what I mean. Hopefully. Do we have a nice quick travel to Buckland? Not a quick travel, but we do have a travel straight to Buckland. And I don't believe we have any quests along the way. We've got one at Hadso's camp, but that's where we'll come out from the Old Forest if we go through it, which I think we might do. So we will go straight to Buckland. Here we go. And now we will enjoy the little bit that I had to pay for the 1 silver to get over to Buckland. Currently I have 4 gold, which is pretty good, although 2 gold of that was from the gift I got at the beginning. So hopefully we'll be able to raise things up a little bit. What 9 mithril coins? I'm not entirely sure when I got those. 15 bingo badges from Bingo Boffin. A number of other things in here as well, because all of these you see, so not the coins and the landscape, but I believe all of the others trade across characters. So whatever you gain them on one character, they will forever exist on all other characters as well until you use them. I'm not entirely sure what these are. I believe you need to be at level 80 or 90 to be able to use them. Same for enchantment. But things have changed a while since I last played, so we will find out when they turn up. I could have got that wood there if we'd been riding normally. I always forget that. How much crafting stuff have we got? Yeah, large crafting carry-all. So we have 12 thin rowan boards, 1 medium hide, 10 logs of ash, which we can't use yet. So not very much, really. We really need to get some more hides, so we need to fight a lot more. Possibly we might have to stop riding places and start walking them, specifically to get more hide drops and more rowan boards and wood. We may have to spend a little bit of time just sitting at a workbench, raising up our ability to move on to the next one so we can get better stuff. Oh, hello, Harley Ellie. This game is fun. It's a very large world, so you can occasionally spend a bit of time doing just this, just watching your character move. But it does allow you to go and get a drink, stand up and take a break if you need to. And if you don't feel like taking a ride, you can walk along and see if there's any secrets. There are a lot of deeds to complete along the way, so there's always something that you can be doing. And especially because they keep bringing out updates. I believe update 45 came out the beginning of this week. It was about 6 days ago or something, I think. Maybe less than that. But what that means, if I dismount here, because I believe that one of these might be ours. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure why this person needs us to buy stuff. But I've completely forgotten what I was saying about deeds. Oh, this is interesting. There are more quests in the Old Forest. I don't remember this one. So I'm going to open it up, have a look in LOTRO store. Quest pack. Oh, this is the Wildwood beyond the Bree fields. Starting at level 20. Over 80 quests in the Wildwood. Where is the Wildwood? North Downs, Cardolan, the Lowlands. Evandim's up there. Here's the Yondershire. Breeland. I don't know where the Wildwood is. That's interesting.
Could I take a moment of your time?
My day's going well. How about yours? That's interesting. I may have to buy that one at some point. I didn't know I'd missed that. Yes, I do play other games. So, on every Monday evening, I continue on here with LOTRO. Does 17 talk to Langland? I don't know. Well, there's one that talks to 17 up here. But so every Monday I stream LOTRO. On Saturdays I stream whatever random game that's caught my eye that week. So we have a mix of various different possible things we can do. But the aim is to be doing it every Saturday and Monday, with LOTRO on Mondays and random games on Saturdays. So that is talk to Farmer Maggot. We can do that at some point. So it's not on a daily basis, but it is fairly frequent. Oh, I missed him. He's up here somewhere. Wonder where he is. But I'm British. I tend not to go into any more detail than that, since we are online and anybody can see this. Do ask if people talk about where they're from and things like that, to ensure that they're only giving generalities of region rather than country kind of thing. I mean, it's very hot at the moment. We're really not used to it. But other than that, it's not too bad. I assume that's meant to be Texas rather than taxes. So, but watching this while you're having lunch, are you? Around lunchtime. Where is this person? It's a long way from where I thought he was. But as long as it doesn't go against any of the rules in the chat, you can share whatever you'd like. So don't share anything too personal you wouldn't want lots of people to know, and keep it PG-13. Otherwise, share whatever you want. Ah, here we go, Langlin.
What can I do for you? Will you do something for me?
So we need to defeat some Krebane, which are those sort of crow birds. Or Kraban is singular. So, if you want to, you can join the Discord that's in the group and send me anything on there that you'd like to talk about. I'm pretty okay with what we've got at the moment, so I probably won't be looking at anything since I currently make no money off of this, and as such am a little bit strapped for cash. So this is just done for fun. But oh, can't get that one yet, not high enough level. Where are these Kraban? No, they're around here somewhere. We saw them a second ago. Yeah, it's not the best choice of people who don't have any cash, but if this becomes popular, then maybe I'll get some cash off it. Oop, went that way. Maybe I'll get some money off it and make something, and then I might look into getting some extra stuff made as well. Right now it's some pretty rubbish stuff, but it's obviously me, so... Yeah, that was very quick for the Kraban, wasn't it? Let's go back up and hand in that quest. Ooh, silver deposit. Would be nice if we were a prospector. That's another person doing this sort of quest.
What do you need?
More aid needed. Investigate Crick Hollow. May discover what we need, if anything, at Baggins' home in Crick Hollow, a cottage surrounded by a high hedge almost directly southeast of the Buckland Gate. Which is actually in the Buckland area at this point. So that's good. Really should use more minor ballads so I can start working on that deed as well. Oh, another square. So because I have increased the difficulty with the Fearless quest, every so often those squares appear, and Sauron can just kind of blast me with some giant light blast, which can do quite a bit of damage. So make sure that you keep moving in a fight rather than standing still, kind of thing. At least when one of them turns up, anyway. And as people may have noticed, they tend to turn up a lot more frequently when you are walking around in the world than when you are in an instance that we were in earlier doing those escort quests. Into the Buckland Gate. Where is Bam Furlong, actually, come to think of it? South on the river road to the western side of the... So that must be... So, down there is Farmer Maggot. We should probably pop down there at some point. To continue on those no time for tours quest. Since they're at least level 14, which is fairly good. Ah, here is the house that we want to visit. Crick Hollow. This is apparently a Baggins house. So... Ah, over here this one is. So a cousin to Bilbo, maybe. Here we go. Fredegar Bolga. There you go. Came in, busting into the house, already slipped out the back way. But I didn't say a thing about the enemy's ring. That doesn't sound great. I guess the Kraban have heard that. Yes, they very much did. And then more. Where are these ones coming from? They will just appear somewhere. Probably coming from the old forest. There they are. Didn't get all of them though. Some flew off into the old forest, telling tales of the ring. Well, that's not particularly good. Torklu Lenglin again. Oh, wow. A nice bit of journey up. Are we next to... We're nowhere near Farmer Maggot. Okay. If we were, I would have just popped over the river to go speak to him. I wonder if I could do that anyway. There's the river. Oh. Why am I being healed? Where does that come from? That was new. I have no idea why I was being healed there. Let's pop over and do this Farmer Maggot quest. For medium hides, those will be useful. I think I might need some more light hides, actually. Since we are... Yes, Taylor. No, I do not know who you are. Processing. Yes, we need some more light leather. So I can use the medium ones that I keep getting. So I might have to go back to somewhere a little bit easier to get to. This is the stock tower that we saw a while ago. That Bingo Boffin was climbing. Oh, there's a milestone. Not so much in use across the rest of the world, especially known in Britain. It's a stone at the side of the road, often inscribed with how many miles it is to the next town, city, or sometimes just road stopover. So, if people are watching this and sending an invitation, then I will not be doing any invitations to anything on this main account, especially. Here we go. Respected farmer, Farmer Maggot, Old Forestry. Celestine Brandybuck sent you. I shall at least speak fair to you. So, Rollo, Doderick, and Wilmac Brandybuck are appear to have disappeared off somewhere. What's this one down here? Is that useful? Or it's Rowan? Yes, it is useful. Let's go get that. There we go. 2 logs of Rowan wood. Nice and quick because I put the universal tool on there. Toolkit, that's the word. Heavy Rowan branches, so that's 5 logs of Rowan. That's very useful. Now, where are these boys? We don't know by the looks of it. Talk to oh, they're in Newbury. Where's Newbury? So there's something in Little Delving. No. That's the tokens of heroism. That's that one again. So, why have I got 2 tokens of heroism open? Oh, because apparently I've got 10, so I finished the first one. 20 for the second one, okay. So it appeared when it finished. Okay, Old Forestry is over here in Buckland, okay. So we are back over to Buckland anyway. Makes things a little bit easier. We can go over to them on the way. Let's kill this marish slug. There we go. Not particularly useful. They tend not to give anything that we really want. Okay, back over to the other side again. I think we can go fishing from this if we really wanted to. A number of task items. Most of them not particularly useful. There we go, the Buckleberry Ferry. Is that a fish? Did I just see a fish? Yes, I did. There are just fish sitting there. Okay. Ferry is closed till further notice. Okay, the Black Riders have affected the ferry, apparently. Should probably get some more milestone skills at some point. Allows me to set home places. I want to go this way. Okay, jump over the wall. These can be quite useful. So if you put the cursor over these, it tells you a couple of directions. The stables are down there, as is the Brandy Hall, and the hay gate is this way. I believe this is the hay gate. Here's Wilmac Brandybuck. This doesn't look great.
My thoughts were elsewhere. I'm sure it's a bother, but I could use your help.
Something just happened then. New deed, Breeland Adventurer. Complete quests within Breeland. Oh, it's the first quest we've completed, apparently. It doesn't include main quests in these. Ruins of Breeland gives us a load of stuff. That reminds me, how is our... There we go, we have an extra point available. So in this, either this one, the critical chance of ballads and finesse rating, or an extra 10% damage. So we'll be doing 25% extra damage from the base with extra the extra targets. That's what I was looking for. You can also gain some stuff over here as well, but I don't know if we actually want any. That one could be useful. But some of these are very useful, some of them are not so useful. Deals additional damage after a brief delay. That could be quite useful. When we get up to them anyway. Oh, that increases tactical mastery rating. Anthem cooldowns. Song of Aid. That can very much help with morale increasing, getting up to that point. Incoming healing and outgoing damage of all nearby fellowship or raid members. I believe that also applies to ourselves. Every time that tears up, using an anthem skill will now also tear up Tale of Tales effect on nearby fellowship or raid members. It tears up fate, resistance rating, finesse, critical rating, and vitality. That's impressive. And with 30 now we get the Call to Greatness, which resets the cooldown of key skills, which could be very useful. Resets the cooldown of Cry of the Wizards, which is this one. A powerful song. 15-second cooldown, that one. You can mix it with some of these, which could be quite useful to increase healing stuff. I mean, just increases some of the healing is very useful. But of course not all of it. Bolster courage, which is this raise my spirit? We don't have bolster my courage, but that might give us bolster courage. I don't know, but by that point we'll probably have increased this. I mean, this one is just increases attack speed, which is very useful. Some of these are amazingly good for what they are. That is literally just an extra battle skill. You get these ones through buying something. Can't quite remember what. We still haven't earned anything on justice yet. A little bit low on that. We can put up there. Right, well met, Bandy Bug. So if we can, we'll need to find the Brigands camp between here and Adzo's camp and collect farmer maggots produce. What are these quests? These are level 15 quests. They could be useful. Amongst the brand new armor. So even if we're not going to actually end up doing these,
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
we're going to be wandering around for a while. So we might as well make a work on some of these quests as we level up. They help level us up. It's never a bad thing to be slightly over-leveled for things, so... There we go. There's a load of wild mushrooms here that we can pick along the way as well. A little bit of a change from the escort quests that we keep picking up. Let's kill off this slimy river slug as well while we're here. Oh, that's very slow. I didn't realise that they actively slimed people. I do not like these things now. Oh, a foul field slug. Anything which actively slimes you is not fun. They want 20 of these wild mushrooms. So I guess we're going to be picking up most of these. Usually things only want like 10. That's quite quick. Oops. Go away. Well, if nothing else, at least it's helping to add the amount of skills that we're using. A little bit of a slowdown on some of the main quest, but not necessarily that much of a bad thing. There we go. Always nice when you have a damage over time skill. Just walk away and it still manages to kill it. Very nice. I believe that uses all of the skills. Greatly increases the cry and call damage of 45 seconds. Plus 5% light, fire, frost and lightning damage for 45 seconds. That's actually really useful. $17. Maybe they would regrow as well. That makes things a little easier. Oh. And 20 wild mushrooms. So that's the mushrooms done already. I'm sure we'll be going back to Buckland after speaking to Langlin anyway. Oh, that doesn't look great. Injury and weakened armor. Pristine bear carcass from that. Oh, good. Just got the splinter tusk in there. For a second then I thought I'd got the bear as well. That's the bear carcass. So I still need bear haunches and boar shanks. And pristine and coarse bear hair hides. Okay. So I want to go this way. Do I want to go this way? Nope. I want to go back up this way. Because I need to go back to Langlin as well. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I believe it got either corrupted or brought wild in some form. It's not great. I don't need you, you're just in the way. Is the aspirant? I can't get the aspirants yet, can I? I might have to go back into the Shire to get some light hides, by the looks of this. I keep getting medium hides, but I need some more light ones. Ash branches, Craban. Foraging bear. Oh, that's not good. Yep, enraged power, corruption 15. Ouch. Here's Langlin up here.
What do you need?
Right, found the enemy's ring, and the Crebain heard Fredegar's words. Finding this bird in the old forest will not be a simple task. Okay, so we want to talk back to Strider for that, okay. All the way back over again. And Unwelcome Strangers is all the way up there. So if we take our walk this direction, slowly finishing off a few more quests. Oops, I accidentally turned floaty names off. Oh, this one's corrupted as well. Enmity of the Wolves. Oh, I apparently haven't killed a wolf yet. Oh, this is a hobbit one. Okay. So when I kill 50 wolves, I get stooped for a stone. A short distance range attack, which I can just use. Actually, 30 common damage. That's fairly good, realistically, for anything, really. And defeat spiders gets me hobbit stature, which gives me +3 might. Because when you are here, we have race traits. So every few levels, 19, 25, 31, and 37, we can slot in one of these as long as we've finished the quest, the deed or quest for it. So some of these, like Guard and Conviction, is fellowship based. The club damage just gives us an extra 5% club damage with the club, which can be very useful. Extra 3 might. This one is very, very useful. I would always recommend trying to find this quest. Lie prone in complete silence, causing enemies to ignore you. It's very useful when you're accidentally walking to somewhere which is just too difficult. Return to Mickle Delving, so return to the Shire part skill, makes it very easy and we can put our milestone somewhere else. Virtuous just gives us extra virtue pieces, very useful. That just gives us extra hope, which increases resistance for a bit. That's our Hobbit stealth. Greatly decreased movement speed, but our stealth level is, like, we are stealthy. People can't find us. Okay, always press the wrong button, don't I? Right, we want to go back up here still. Yep, there's a boar head. Got another token of heroism as well, which is useful. And some more medium hides. I'm very much going to need to go back into Shire to get some light hides, aren't I? Right, now somewhere up here. Oh, no, still going. The Brandy Hills. Unfortunately, no actual brandy involved. So I think I gotta get a bit closer to this so I can see it come up on the quest. Yep, I need 3 more pristine wolf carcasses. Yep, there's another one. We got another medium hide from that. There you go. This one needs it as well. There's another wolf. There's another wolf carcass. That's useful. That bit's done. There we can see the bandit camp is starting to appear on the horizon. Oh, run away from this square again. They do a lot of damage. It's very irritating. Defeat brigands in Breeland. found Outlaw's Haven. Oh, this person is one level higher than us. Guess that's what yellow means. It's a little bit higher. There you go. We got another token of heroism from them. There's the produce. Or at least sub-produce anyway. It appears there's a number of it. Oh no, just the one. And they appear to have healed up a little bit by the looks of it. Uh-oh. Right, we're going to run. Because that hurt a little bit. There we go. So that's done the produce piece. That's very useful. I'm going to stand and heal myself a little bit. I need to attack some more boars. Oh, that did something to us. That's not good. Oh, did I just... Oh, I just leveled up again. Acquired the Story of Courage skill and the Bolster Courage skill. So that's where I get Bolster Courage from. Significantly heals morale, self-targeted. That's a lot better. Cooldown 3 seconds, cooldown 1 second. And Story of Courage protects against 35 fear resist rating. Removes 1 poison, fear, disease or wound from nearby. Oh, that did it to me, so that's useful. That's a good thing to know about. So if I start reorganizing some of these things again, these are the transferring pieces, which I probably won't be using very much. That is a healing. That one can send evil flows fleeing in terror. That's useful. Oh, apparently disconnected and then reconnected to my server again with the chat. Okay. It significantly heals morale. Very useful. I definitely want to remember to keep that. Right. Splinter Tusk. Does this one need... Yes, it does have a induction time. That is good to know. Right, so we are on our way back this way, where hopefully we'll manage to have defeated everything to do all of these quests. And the Farmer Maggot quest as well, and then we will take a ride back to Bree, probably to be told we need to come back down here to enter the Old Forest. That's what usually happens. And in fact, because we leveled up, we've got 2 points available. Ah, that's why I didn't apply the previous one. That's why nothing increased on there. So we can increase max morale, which may or may not be useful at this point. We can emboldening finish application chance. So it might be able to... Battles have a chance to build a stacking enhancement for Coda of Fury. Each stack will cause Coda of Fury to add plus 5% damage buff up to 25%, which is this one. It deals enormous damage, and each buff will give extra stuff, which is very useful. And with that chance, we can basically make it almost guarantee that it's going to happen every time we use it eventually. By which point, we'll be able to get the Song of Ardor, which just increases our light type damage, which, considering virtually all of our but I think literally all except maybe one of our attacks does light damage. That's very useful. We definitely want that, and that'll be doing all 5 of those, possibly before we even do that one at all. 20%, 40%, 60% echoes of battle damage, which is very useful. Let's do that one there. There we go. Which I think also means we now have this. Increases our attack speed by 10%. That has made things very useful. Acquire the cast trait Emboldening Finish, and we have acquired the trait Concentration, which is skills. Passives. I believe this is where it is. Nope, apparently not. Well, class trait Emboldening Finish, yes, and the trait Concentration. Oh, that might just literally be these names. Yep, Concentration. Let's go after this. Yeah, we should have enough wood that next time we go to a workbench. Ooh. It appears to be on its way back to its place. Let's get the medium hides. We have even more of those. There you go. So I need to defeat one more bear. Oh, actually, we're still waiting for bear haunches. Oh, that's not good. There we go. So 2 more bears total. What was that? Soda Craban. Where are these bears then? Because I need 2 more of them to complete these quests. So there's a bear over there. Because that bear don't care. Which is a song reference for those of you who know about it. Okay. 3 more medium hides. We are definitely going to need to go back in the Shire to get some light hides, so we can train up our crafting, our tailoring large enough to be able to, there we go, get and use the medium hides that we have. Very useful stuff there. Okay, so these 3 here we have done. Now, while we can't use any of these, we can sell them. So I can sell that for 4 silver. So why I wouldn't, I haven't got a clue.
How can I be of service?
There we go. And this one is just... So in Buckland, talk to Tolly Brockhouse. That will give us another quest as well at some point. That's useful. And Wilmot Brandybuck, because we brought the produce back. We need to talk to Sarah Doc Brandybuck.
I could use your help.
I need to go back down this way anyway to get to the One of which is literally right next to the stables, so that's useful. I always forget how far away the stables are from everywhere else. Past the Buckland Fair. I missed our local fair this year. I was out helping out at a camp. Right. Oh well, never mind. Sourdock Brandy Buck, here we go.
What do you need? Please, stay a moment.
Look. Fine Doderick. Upset by the lack of effort the Bounders are doing here. They kept yammering about going into the Old Forest. So that could be a bad thing for them. Yep, that's a very bad thing, looking how far in Doderick is. But that means we're not getting to them until we do the Old Forest piece. So let's go over to the stables. That's the stables. Where's this quest? Just over here. Nope, I don't think any of those are the ones that we want to talk to. Ah, that's the one we want to talk to. Sharing the load.
Something I can do for you?
Talk to Trumrick Ragwort.
Could I take a moment of your time?
This one... Yes, that is also in the forest. So, that says Bonfire Glade. So, a load of the Wildwood stuff is in the Old Forest. So that is useful for me to know. While we may never actually do some of these, that is in the Old Forest. That is in the Old Forest. Oh look, he's right up by the gate again. A lot of back and forth. Which I suppose is why they're getting us to do it rather than doing it themselves. But have you ever had to run anything that's people intensive? You know, there's a lot, unless you have phones or anything, there's a lot of going back and forth. And even when you do have a phone, it's just a lot of calling different people on the phone and then calling them back again 5 minutes later for an answer, which they could have called someone to get in the first place. Yeah. That's that one. Talk to Adzo Haybank at Adzo's camp. So we will be going to them at some point. So now let's go all the way back down again. To get to the stables. Well, actually, these are traders. Is there... No, there's not a workbench anywhere around. So if we look at these one-handed weapon traders,
You need something?
there's a lot of really light stuff. That must be a rogue. I don't know, maybe it's not a rogue, it's just a thing that you can just do. Okay, interesting. We do not want these things. Those can be sold. That one can be sold. That can be sold. It'll be sold. We're going to make some better stuff as soon as we can. That's a junk, so that can be sold. If I open up this and find where on earth I saw those weaponsmith scroll cases. If we were a weaponsmith, we might be able to make some of these. But since we are not, we can sell them for cash. We could actually sell all of these for cash if we wanted to as well. That's a task item. But let's loot all of these task items. And then, because we know all of these are junk, we can just sell them because that's entirely their purpose. So now we have 4 gold and 184 silver. bit better of an increase. Now, where is this? Every time I wonder where it is. Apparently the stables is up here. There they are.
Hello there.
So we want to go from here, we want to go into West Bree, I believe. Yes, West Bree. As we take our next journey back to Bree again, to yet again talk to Strider, who I really hope is still at Prancing Pony. Yes. Now I believe we can have 2 wristbands on at a time. So while that may increase our maximum power a little bit, it might be better to actually go for the gleaming gold armband. If I open up, see, you can see we have, oh no, it's 2 rings. Yep, we can have 2 bracelets here. So that one, and add this, and add an extra 12 fate, max morale, and crit rating. Since the fate, well, the fate just gives us more max power and non-combat power regen anyway. But it does give us extra max morale and a critical rating as well, which could be useful. Critical hit chance and magnitude of those. But we haven't got very much critical defense yet, and 0 Light of Arendelle, although I still have no idea what that is. I have never got high enough level to find out. That's irritatingly. So this is mitigation, actually. So against enemies the same level we are, we take a quarter less damage than what they are supposed to give us. Which is... We also then have Orccraft mitigation, reduces damage taken from Orc attacks by 9.9%, and from Felwrought attacks by 9.9%. Why do we have that? Is that from this one? No? Where did we get that from? I honestly don't know. That's interesting. That's a new one, that is. I've never seen that one before. As we continue on, I believe we just passed Adzo's camp, yep. As this road... I was going to make this road goes ever on joke again, but I've made quite a lot of those jokes. I wonder if that ruin has a name. Possibly, I don't know. But the more we explore, the more we find, the more possibilities we complete deeds, which will get us more LOTRO points, which will of course allow me to expand the amount of quests that I have on here. So you might see some new things, depending on what it is, you might not. This could be a very, very, very long game. But on the other hand, that means it's going to keep going for quite a while. Ah, here we go. Back into Bree again. So if I just turn around and go... for some reason I was expecting the advanced start, the token of heroism person in there. I don't know why I was. They are not there. They're up by the Prancing Pony. Oh, look, a workbench. That's useful. Right, before we go up, I'm going to go onto this workbench and see what we can increase with our forester stuff, because we have some thin rowan boards here. So this can be not the most entertaining of things to watch, but it is very, very useful as we go further in to various pieces. Now, quite obviously, these melee weapons are not useful, and we don't have any things, instruments at the moment. But by moving these things back and forth constantly like this, we can reach up to our basic proficiency, which will allow us to get onto the next level. It's not the most fun things to do, nor is it necessarily the fastest, but it is very much required. So it does allow you to do something else while you keep going back and forth pressing this if you've got a second screen or on your phone or something like that. There we go. And then back to make some more boards again. Each of those sounds of something like that means someone's made something. Almost done with proficiency. And then I can show you all the stuff that we get at the next level. Although it will be ash stuff, which means we're going to need to make a lot more brush-like leather or thin rowan boards. Although not actually that much, because it's very, very close. And there we go. We are now an apprentice woodworker proficiency. We are proficient in apprentice woodworking, which means we can now use journeyman stuff and we can master this one. Mastery will get us bonuses that can just happen. We are also able to then master our journeyman stuff. So even just an ash club here, we can see while what we've got equipped is better because we found a really good minstrel quest, which I don't remember existing before, this can give us some extra things such as maximum power. And when we find new recipes, we can make new things, including this simple drum recipe, which of course allows us to make a simple drum, which we can't use until we're level 20, but will give us a +5 ballad and coda damage just for having it on us, which is very useful when we can get the thin ash boards, which hopefully we'll be able to do fairly soon. Makes it very useful because you can have a number of characters. You can share stuff around and send stuff with the mailboxes to your other characters specifically, as well as other people's characters if you're in a friendship group, in a fellowship, which allows you to share some truly brilliant pieces of gear that you can make around. Let's do this task. There we go. Ooh. Quest available. Task at hand. Complete tasks in Middle Earth. A repeatable quest that you've never completed. So this is the task stuff that we were doing earlier. Also allows us. Can't make this one again right now. But let's see what our reputation is. Path of Valor, we are getting closer. 900 out of 1500 for them, which is pretty good. Acquired 3 heroes marks from that. So back in here again to find Strider. Yet again, I go the wrong direction. I'm very consistent, aren't I? I do exactly the correct thing wrong each time. Exactly the same thing. Here we go. The gleaming gold armband. Apologies, just had to deal with something quickly. So we will need to go into the old forest now, and we will need to talk to Tom Bombadil. Known as Orald to men, to the dwarves, he was Fawn. This is not... This bit here, I don't believe is confirmed canon. This is from the idea of fans who really loved it, because Tom Bombadil makes absolutely no sense to anyone, and the idea that he may be Fawn is brilliant. So we will need to go back into the Old Forest again. What is up here? And talk to Tom Bombadil. Is this the exit? Oh no, this is Gandalf's room. I've just discovered Gandalf. I believe that's a quest further on in the storyline. But obviously we are not there yet. Now, somewhere around... I wonder where this task board is. And then I will do some more tasks here in Middle-earth, as it says, tasks at hand. Because we have all of those task pieces in our task piece carry-all. We might as well use them. Oh, little bit of delay there. Where's that? There's Stella. Back down here again. Okay, and we will go all the way back to Buckland yet again. I'm fairly sure we want to be going. Yes, if we go to Old Forest, that is that one. Yep, Book 1, Chapter 8, Master of the Wood. He is inside the Old Forest.
Greetings.
So we will go straight back to Buckland. Since we've got some at Adso's camp, I'm going to remove these because we know that we're going to talk to Adso at some point. We are going to find the quests inside the Old Forest, which are right next to each other, so should have been very obvious, but wasn't because I was being silly. Because when we get back, while it may be a tad early, I am going to finish the stream when we enter the Old Forest, so that you can all get a glimpse of the world that we will be looking at in the next episode. There's Adso's camp. There's Adso to our right. And whatever that is, possibly just an Adso's camp sign. So we are halfway there. Feel free to add any questions in the chat if you have any. Find out just before we go off air, like a radio. I suppose this is kind of like a radio show with a video. I think that's just called TV. I'm just doing the voiceover for my own stuff. But almost there. You could have got some of those ash branches if we'd ridden ourselves, I've just realised. But in between episodes, I may pop over into the Shire and get a few light hides to raise up our crafting skill a tad, and possibly pick up something else we needed from the Shire. I can't remember what it was. But I will pop back in and pick up some light hides for use in crafting. Here we go, almost there. Coming up now onto Buckland. There is the bridge, part of the Great North Road, I think, from east to west from Anorion, which is why the hobbits have land there. They Anorion, that's it. They promised to that they would give their allegiance to the kingdom of Anorion, which is where I think it was Anorion, which is where the Numenors lived, as in the kings of people. I say people, they are quite literally, here we go, they are quite literally Aragorn. Here we go, here we can see in front of us the beginnings of the Old Forest. Large, little bit messed up, and difficult to navigate. There are no paths in this forest, despite if I go in here. Like, these are not paths, they are just sort of randomly drawn things. It's very difficult to find our way around. We might spend quite a while in here. This is where we will end our show for today. At the beginning of the new forest, the Old Forest. So, thank you all for joining me on my stream. All I have left to say at this point is fair winds and full sails, everybody. See you next week.